Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we are here and we are ready to partay. The early bird special today, you have to say Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. That's what you have to say in the chat. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice for your early bird special today. Steve Craig, you got follow directions, my friend. First person to say Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice is our early bird winner tonight. Put it in the chat, put it in the chat, put it in the chat. It's going to be a crazy show, ladies and gentlemen. Not as crazy as last week jumping into cold water, but yeah, really, absolutely. Little Beetlejuice, 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 absolutely. Jen, good to see you, young lady. There it is. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Who is that? Hyacinth, you are our early bird special winner this week. Little Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. All right. So, guys, today's show is episode 189, Talking Real Estate. I want to do something real quick before we get started, though. Last week's show had all kinds of folks getting involved as far as food and things like that. So I want to make sure that we thank everybody that was involved with that stuff. Ray J's Barbecue, there was definitely plenty of food. It was good food. If you had a taste of it, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you let us know in the chat that you enjoyed it. So that's definitely a good thing. We have gift cards, a couple of them from Mom's Restaurant, our favorite place to eat over on West Road and 4th Street. Killing me, Smalls. I'm telling you, that barbecue was amazing. It sure was. It was pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. And then finally, our good friend Sam over at Sahara, who will give a couple of gift cards our way. That's our after show. We are, in fact, going out to eat with Chris Bergeron this evening directly after the show. So if you would like to come enjoy a meal, not with Shelly and I, but with Chris Bergeron, the legend, come over to Sam's Sahara's on Michigan Avenue after the show today. So that's where we will be. All right. So I want to talk about something that kind of snuck up on me a little bit. I really do. I want to talk about just leaving work, go Lions. Yeah, you ain't kidding, go Lions. I just let me put it this way to you. So I got an invite for my 30th year reunion, my 30-year reunion, right? And it just kind of snuck up on me. So I talked to the young lady that's putting it on, and Shelly and I are going. And now it turned into like a mad dash to, hey, is so-and-so going? Hey, is so-and-so going? Hey, what about this person? What about that person? So my question to you as the audience, have you gone to any of your class reunions? What was the last one that you went to? Give me a yes or no. Give me a year or something like that. Yeah, I'm getting old, Steve. You ain't kidding. Kath, how the heck are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So tell me that story. Did you go to any of your class reunions? And if so, what was the last year you went to? Did you go to your class reunion? Did you go? Did you go? Did you go? Put the answer in the chat. Did you go to your class reunion? If you did, put it in the chat. Yeah, 10-year. Okay. Never gone to one. I never been either. So it's gonna be interesting and new to me. The funny thing is they're having it at Park Place, which is the spot where we used to have the wrestling team used to have their banquets every year. I went to my 50th Chris Bergeron. It was a blast. I'm working on it as well. I was working on it as well. Very cool. Woodhaven High, 20-year canceled because of COVID. My sister said the same thing. That hers canceled because it was right, or didn't have it because it was in the middle of COVID and stuff like that. So let's see. What else? 5-year. Last one was 45 cats. Very cool. 22 years ago, 10-year reunion. Okay.
Yeah,
So, yeah. So very cool stuff. 10-year. That was enough. 10-year was cool. Steve, were people different? Let me ask you guys that question. Were people different? Were you excited to see people? Did you have a good time? Because I have never been before. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm throwing it out there.
Never been to any of them?
No, never been. Just never been. Never.
What the heck?
No, never been. So did you have a good time? Give me that little morsel of information. Did you have a good time if you went to one of your class reunions? Yes, no, it was okay, that kind of stuff. Give it to us in the chat, please. What do you think? Yeah. Everybody's tight-lipped about it, Shelly. They don't want to tell us.
I had fun at mine.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. Okay. Where's your school spirit code? Yeah, I know.
See, Hyacinth to have fun with me at ours.
Yeah. Oh, you guys were the same school. Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
the same school. Very cool. Okay. Another quick question for you too, and I know we gave Lions tickets away last week. Shelly had fun because I planned it. Oh, she planned it.
Yep, she sure
Very
did.
nice. 5 years fun. Very cool. Okay. So like I said, just trying to get your opinion, your ideas, your thoughts, guys. That's all. All right. I know we gave Lions tickets away last week. Are you drinking the Lions Kool-Aid? You guarantee I'll be speaking to our good friend Mike McLaughlin about this when he comes on too. Had a great time. I actually worked on all, but the last one, 2021. Yeah, I got you, Kath. Very cool. Very cool. Are you drinking the Lions Kool-Aid? Most folks in this town are. I think we've been starved for so long that I think we're ready. I mean, and I'll give to this. Dan Campbell's guys are tough. They definitely are tough. Just wondering if you are drinking the Lions Kool-Aid. Give me a yes or no in chat. 11-6 this year. I like that. I like those numbers. Those are nice. What do you think? Are you drinking the Lions Kool-Aid? And I'm not saying that in any kind of sarcasm. Been drinking the Kool-Aid for 31 years. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we waited long enough. That's true. That's true. 100%. 100% begins. I got it. Like, yep. Deb says yes. Good to see you, Deb. Good to see you. Definitely a culture change. Good, 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 good. Always. All right. Just was curious, guys. Just was curious of those two questions. Like I said, never give up. You ain't kidding. Never give up. Never, ever give up. Never, ever. Just curious about those two things. Those are kind of biting kneecaps. Those are just on my mind this week. Those are just kind of on my mind this week. So let's go to the guy who's on everyone's mind, ladies and gentlemen. The man, the myth, the legend, Mike McLaughlin in the house.
Hey, Big Scott. How are you? I'm going to go with
doing
Big
well, my
Scott
friend.
this
Doing
week.
well. Doing well. Michael, did you go to any class reunions?
Yeah, I did. I went to my Melissa's, let's see. Probably it was her 20th maybe. And I went to a couple of mine and they just were at the bar. Really, those were just at the bar. So I've been to a couple and yeah, some people change. Some people don't change at all. It's kind of funny. Where you say you look exactly the same as you did in high school.
Yeah, no kidding. I guess at certain ages you're like, all right, sweet.
I told you the Lions were going to win, didn't I?
Yes, you did. No, I heard it here first. You're right.
Did I tell you what the score was going to be?
I don't think you did.
24-20 is what I said. I might not have told you, but it was 21-20.
Not bad.
And what did I tell you? I said I wouldn't be surprised if they rushed for 160 yards. Remember I told you that?
Yeah, I did.
And they rushed for 100. They didn't quite rush for 160. They rushed for 120. But hey, what a great game! What a great victory! They went into the hardest location to play, the hardest stadium to play football in, Arrowhead Stadium, and they shut them all up.
That's right. That's right. Listen, I was a big non-Lions fan for a long time. Not non, I wouldn't say, but like I wasn't. I was way more college football kind of guy. You know what I mean? But
You were checked out, yeah.
They definitely played tough, boy. I mean, that's what you want to see. Detroit is a gritty town. Metro Detroit's gritty. We want gritty stuff. That's what we want.
Yeah, we want a good defense. And I tell you what, they went from being like in the lower third of defenses last year. I wouldn't be surprised if they're not in the top 10 this year.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. Michael, now, Trace is worried about your safety. Said the walls are coming down. Says
that is a solid brick wall. I will hear nothing of it.
I actually, when I came over last time, I'm like, let me see that brick wall. Oh, geez. Oh, yeah. Michael, so we're talking, so we're trying to find some relief for first-time home buyers because everybody knows a first-time home buyer. Like somebody gets married, somebody, gets their college degree or something like that. First-time home buyers are always entering the market. So I figured we kind of help them out a little bit, give them a little bit of help here. Tell me about Mishta as far as what's a target area or targeted city, and how does that work? Tell us how that works.
Well, let's just say that currently Mishta is available in every city in the state, every zip code in the state of Michigan for $10,000, wherever it's at. The maximum sales price allowed with Mishta is $224,500.
Like that just blows my mind because that's a lot of coin.
But actually, that number is going to be going up into the higher 200s. They're going to jump. They're going to probably jump in the 270s, 280s when they raise their limit here. And here's the thing. I mean, they used to make it, more limiting. Like you had to have less than $10,000 in non-retirement liquid assets. And now that's gone. You can have as much in liquid assets as you want. And you used to, like, let's say you were buying a $100,000 home, conventional program, 3% down.
Yep.
FHA program, 3.5% down. It used to be you couldn't use Mishta unless you were putting the bare minimum down, which kind of made sense, right? You're a first-time home buyer. Now they don't care how much you put down. So now they don't care how much asset you have. They don't care how much you put down. As a matter of fact, I had a Mishta where we did 20% down and then just had the Mishta money. We used the Mishta money to help with all the other costs, so they didn't have to come out of pocket with so much. So it's moved from a tool that was kind of limited in what you could use it for, and it really has expanded in how you can use it. With the one caveat being that in order to be a first-time home buyer, you can't have owned a home in the last 3 years. But there's an exception to that rule, and that's the magic word that you used was targeted. Uh, Targeted are cities in the state of Michigan that were more greatly affected by the economic downturn of 2008. And so what they've said is, if you want to buy in these cities, you don't even have to be a first-time home buyer. You could have owned a home yesterday. As long as you don't own it now, you still can't own a home, but you could have owned it yesterday. You could close simultaneously, and we'll still let you use the Mishta money for that. So those cities, and I'll go ahead and share my screen here.
Yeah. Why are you doing that? Zach Wilkowitz, I guarantee that's you.
Yep.
31 days till I get married.
All right, so we're going to share this screen here.
Yep.
So you see at the top, it says Mishta income and sales price limits. And on the left-hand side, it's county in the first column here. The second column is going to be the cities within that county that are affected, whether they be targeted or non-targeted. So the third area here says whether it's targeted or not targeted. And then each city and each county will have its own income limits based upon the specifics, the demographics for that city. What does the average person make in that city? So they allow you to be at the same level as the median income for that city, but no higher. And actually, you'll see here in the second to last column here,
Yep.
if there's a husband and wife with a child applying, or husband and wife with a grandma that lives with them, then you can actually go higher on the income because once again, they're trying to make sure it's representative of what the median income in that area and that city is. So,
gotcha. Muggo, is there any way you can share the link to this so people can look at it too? Like if they want to look at it later time or share it with somebody?
How about have them request it in the because this is just a PDF. This isn't from a website. This is a download.
Yeah.
So if anybody requests it in the chat, and Scott, you get those people over to me with an email address, and I'll make sure I get it right over to them.
Yeah, I got you. Because I mean, again, everybody knows a first-time home buyer, so it's always a good thing. Do you think they're going to increase the amount of down payment assistance? Do you think they're going to increase that?
Well, they increased it to 10,000 not that long ago, so I would say it'll probably be a little while before they raise the amount of it, because it's still like, let's say on a $100,000 home, you're required to put at least 1% of the investment out of pocket. So that's $1,000.
Yep.
So let's say on a $100,000 home with the 10,000, you should be able to get by with as little as the 1,000. When you go up to say 150,000 with the 10,000, you might need 3,000 or 4,000 of your own funds.
Yep.
Maybe as much as 5,000, depending upon if you had really high taxes for that price point. So the point being, I think that's a pretty comfortable number. It's a big jump from 7,500 they used to give, whereas to keep people from not having to bring as much money as they otherwise would have to. Yeah. So when we zoom in here for Scott, you'll see right at the bottom here, we have Wayne County listed, and we have it twice, right? We have Wayne County, where it's targeted here. Let me go over here. We have Wayne County right here.
Yep. And
the targeted areas in Wayne County, which lets you go higher on income. One or two people are allowed to make $113,640. If you make more than that, then you don't qualify for the down payment assistance.
Okay.
The non-targeted areas in Wayne County allow you to go to $94,700. Yep. So you can see they give you almost $20,000 more income, whether if you have a child or if you have, a third owner or third person living in the home.
So Washtenaw, which is right next door to us, okay, $150. It's all targeted. The whole county's targeted.
The whole county of Washtenaw is targeted. You can go up to 148,800, and then if you have Okay, so this is the 3 or more income level here. You can go all the way up to 173,600
Wow.
with 3 or more. Um,
Ay, ay, ay.
Sometimes when we're evaluating people for Wayne County, Michigan, if they make too much money, we say, well, we can't pre-approve you for Wayne County, but you can buy anywhere in Washtenaw.
So Chris Bergeron wants to know why Dearborn's in that list and not Dearborn Heights.
Right. It's funny. It's just areas that the state of Michigan via the federal government that they believe were hardest hit by the economic downturn. I think that what they're saying is that Dearborn took a harder hit to its property values than Dearborn Heights did. I can't really tell you why that is, but these are the cities that you are allowed to. The two things about being targeted: they gave you that higher income level, plus,
Yep.
like we said, you don't have to be a first time home buyer. You could have sold your departing home yesterday. So
Right.
Dearborn, Detroit, Ecorse, Hamtramck, Highland Park, Inkster, Lincoln Park, River Rouge, Taylor, and Wayne. Those are all the cities in Wayne County where you can get that $10,000 for down payment assistance, even if you sold your house yesterday, as long as you meet those income limits.
And Mike, be honest with you. I mean, in all honesty, Dearborn's hit harder. Yeah. There's some cities on that list that aren't bad at all. I mean, really, they're not.
Nope, nope. And sometimes, and as we know Taylor very well, there's a lot of variation in Taylor. I mean, you have
Yep.
some $400,000 homes in Taylor,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
with the sales price being limited to 224.5, it's still going to keep you in that, maybe out of the more expensive subs in Taylor, but you can definitely get a really nice ranch as you can in Lincoln Park, and yeah, I mean, I think with those targeted cities, you can make it work if you're confined to that. If you need the money and you're not a first time home buyer, I think you can make it work with those limitations.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael, so real quick, give us your Lions score for this week. You'll be
Oh
like
boy,
the
we got
Swami,
Seattle.
son of Swami over here.
We got Seattle. Let me go and
Yep.
see what at least I want to know at least what the line is. So let me look that up real quick. I need a little
Oh,
bit of
come
info.
on.
The line is 47.
Yep.
Detroit's favored by 5.5. I think the game will go under because I think Detroit's going to really flex its power with the rush this week. They're gonna run the ball straight down Seattle's throat, and I'm gonna go 27-17.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard her here first. 27-17. If Mike McLaughlin's wrong, we're all going to let him know next week. I guarantee you that. Michael, listen, I always appreciate you helping first-time homebuyers figure things out because, like we both said, first-time homebuyers are everywhere still, right? They're always entering the market. So,
Yep.
All right, my friend. I'll talk to you next week, sir.
Be good. Thanks,
Yes, sir.
guys.
Bye-bye. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, Mike McLaughlin is cranking it, always dropping dimes on us, always dropping dimes. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. And before we do, though, quick question for you is this: where'd you buy your first home? Where did you buy your first home? What city was it in? If you're still in the same one, that's an easy one for you. Okay, even if you're an elderly person, you can get that one figured out as far as what city you're in, right? But where did you buy your first home? 5231. Holy smokes. Somebody's going big. Macomb Township. I bought his first home in Macomb Township. Where'd you buy your first home at? Waterford. Mikey Maddox in the house. My good friend and Taylor there. D7. Livonia. Royal. Oh, fancy. That's a fancy pants right there. East Point. Michelle, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. Where'd you buy your first home at? Where did you buy your first home at? Put it in the chat, please. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Where did you buy your first home? Absolutely good to see. Inkster, Deb, yep. Dearborn Heights, Riverview. I bought my first one in Dearborn. I have my first home in Augusta Township. I know right where that's at. York Township's not too far from around that area, I don't think, if I recall right. Riverview, now you're talking. All right. So here's what I got for you guys. And again, some of this is personal experience. 191 Shadow Lawn. Very cool. Very cool. So I've been seeing lists pop up all over the place, best place for first-time home buyers and all that kind of stuff. So I want to throw my own 2 cents in because there's a lot of stuff I disagree with. Like a lot of those lists are all over Michigan and talking about Grand Rapids. Well, Grand Rapids is a long way from here. Okay. So that's definitely something that's a little bit off the list. So I came up with my own list just from homes I've sold people in the last couple of years, I would say, and just from experience, just from playing out experience. I'll give you a little bit of tidbits about each one, but I definitely think these are probably your best bets for if you have friends or family or young folks in your family that are first time home buyers. Okay. So here's what we got. The deep dive today is the best place to buy for first time home buyers as far as affordability, as far as getting something that's decent, right? Because everybody wants, if I'm going to buy in a really high end town, I'm going to have a crappy house, a little bitty garbage house in a nice town, which I know a lot of people, that's their goal, things like that. But I came up with 5 places locally that would be best place for a first time home buyer. Okay. I'm going to go number 5, Lincoln Park. I'm going to tell you this. There are sections of Lincoln Park that are gorgeous. They really are. Now, are there places that are rough? Absolutely. And all 4, 5 of these are going to have something like that. They're going to have some kind of situation where I'm talking about parts of it. But Lincoln Park has tons of affordable homes that are solid, that the property taxes aren't that bad. They have access to all kinds of shopping and freeways and all that kind of stuff. So number 5 for me would be Lincoln Park. I should have thrown in guys that look at folks that look at Oakland County, Hazel Park too a little bit. There's a parts of Hazel, like a lot of folks. It's funny. People step down. They went from Royal Oak, then all of a sudden they went to Ferndale, and they're trying to find the next best place. Hazel Park in Oakland County is that county's best kept secret parts of it. So I'd make that number 5 as well. So Lincoln Park, Hazel Park. Okay. Number 4, Melvindale. Not just because it has Freddie the My Pizza Man in it. Okay. Not just because of that, but there are sections that are definitely Allen Park-esque. There are sections of Melvindale that are Allen Park-esque. You wouldn't even be able to tell the difference, really, to be honest with you. Plus, I did know the mayor, the former mayor, quite for a few years from Melvindale. So I would say Melvindale, especially if you're looking 2-bedroom. Yeah, it has been hot. I agree with you. It has been hot. Hazel Park has been. I know a lot of younger folks that are trying to get houses in the city. That's where they want to be. It's definitely different than it's more affordable. Ferndale used to be that way, but now Hazel Park is that way because Ferndale got way too expensive. So let's see, what number are we on here, Shell? Number 3, and Mike alluded to this one too. Taylor. There are spots in Taylor, guys, that are just knock your socks off. There are spots in Taylor that would just knock your socks off. Okay, now there are sections, you don't even want to be down in dark alley at night in, but there are spots in Taylor where you can get a nice. I tell you what is a nice house for a first-time home buyer in Taylor is a 3-bedroom brick ranch with no basement. Really, that's kind of the place where first home buyers should kind of lean their eyes because no chance of any kind of Dearborn Heights Taylor flooding, right? And there's tons of them and they're pretty solid. So Taylor's my number 3 on that one. Taylor is my number 3. Number 2, and this one's going to sound goofy, but I promise you it'll fit. Parts of Livonia. Okay. There are pockets of Livonia, especially if you don't have kids yet. There are pockets in Livonia that are affordable. Okay. And especially, I'll tell you places that you can find with Clarenceville schools, especially, right? Or even Westland schools. As long as you don't have kids or don't have school age kids yet, not a bad place. Now, is the resale value of schools always important? It is, but by the same token, it gets folks into homes at a younger age, right? So first time home buyers. So parts of Livonia is my number 2. Number 1, guys, I bet you I've sold in the last couple of years to first time home buyers more houses in this city than any other city. So this one's from direct experience. Okay. Garden City. Garden City, Michigan is my number 1 first-time homebuyer town. It's got great parks. It's solid. I mean, there's parts of it that kind of butt up to some rough areas of other cities than that I'm not going to mention, but mostly it's solid as can be all the way through. Nice brick ranches, even some nice bungalows, decent sized yards. So Garden City, if you're a first-time homebuyer, Garden City is a great place to look for a home. Like I said, I probably sold a dozen in the last 2 years in Garden City to first-time home buyers. It's definitely a great place. So let me go back through the list again for you. Lincoln Park, number 5. Melvindale, number 4. Taylor, number 3. Parts of Livonia, number 2. And Garden City, number 1. places for a first-time home buyer, affordability, just being solid neighborhoods, all that kind of stuff. All right. So that's a deep dive for this week. Now, I'm going to blame all the this or that's on Shelly. I'm just kidding. We went over them today. So if you haven't done this or that, ladies and gentlemen, this or that works this way. I sing the old song, this or that, as the sign lady goes back throwing the sign around, courtesy of Tracy Schultz, and we have to make you pick between two different things. Okay, don't tell me this or that. Just tell me the thing. Okay, if it's this versus this, you have to choose. You have to choose. You have to choose. You have to choose. Here we go. First, this or that for the week. Apple orchards or haunted houses? Which one are you looking forward to more? Apple orchards or haunted houses? Which one's you looking forward to more? Put it in the chat. Apple orchards or haunted houses? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Tim says orchard. Chris Bergeron says orchard. Oh, look at all these orchards. Holy smokes. I never would have guessed this. Look at all these orchards. Jesus. Orchards everywhere. Hyacinth's going to orchards. Jennifer's going to orchards. Lori Merzick's going to orchards. Holy moly. Oh, Tracy throwing the spiced apple cider at me. Michelle, you're the outlier, my friend. You're the outlier. Unless a whole bunch of people catch up down houses. So we're going this or that, this or that. Apple orchards versus haunted houses. Which one is it, ladies and gentlemen? Which one is it? Put it in the chat, please. Apple orchards or haunted houses. This or that, this or that, this or that, this or that. Got to have a little fun, Shell. Got to have a little fun. All right, we're going to chalk that one up to apple orchards. Would not have been my choice, but I'm sure it would have been your choice. Yeah, she hates haunted houses. I don't like getting scared. I'm afraid of the scary costume people.
No, it's this. No.
They can't touch you. It's not that scary.
But what if a crazy person escapes
You're
and
ridiculous.
replace the saw blade
What
with
if, replace a saw blade with a real, you're
Nope.
ridiculous. All right, this or that, number 2. This one's a little more specific. This or that, this or that. Talk to me. I had a friend of mine that said they had gourds, pumpkins, or
Right.
Shelly doesn't want to end up in jail. Okay. What do you think? Pumpkins or gourds? Which one are you going with? Pumpkins or gourds? I had somebody that was all excited. They had a bunch of gourds in their front yard. Pumpkins or gourds? I think I spelled it right. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Chris Bergeron says pumpkins. Facebook user says pumpkins. Tim says pumpkins. Got some more pumpkins or gourds? Pumpkins or gourds? This or that, this or that, this or that. Kevin Cordy says pumpkins. Kathy Wilkowitz, straight from Nevada, says pumpkins. Jen says pumpkins, but all colors and shapes. Heirloom pumpkins. Ooh, that's fancy.
Brandy.
That's right. Pumpkins. I use gourds for add-ons. Okay. Jimmy Dowling says pumpkins. Pumpkins it is, ladies and gentlemen. This or that. This or that. Last one. I just got to get a feel for this because a lot of people, Halloween's their favorite holiday. I just want to throw that one out there too. Deb says pumpkins as well. So this one's a little bit of crossover. So favorite holiday. I'm just kind of getting a feel for people here. Here we go. Halloween or Christmas? What's your favorite holiday? Go.
That's
Too bad.
That's
Sorry.
tough.
It's not that tough.
Yeah.
You
it's
get
tough.
stuff or you dress up funny. My computer took a
Decorate
crap.
the
Oh,
house.
yeah. Christmas. Holy smoke. Look at all these Christmas people. Chris Bergeron says Christmas. Steve Christ. Deb Thompson says Christmas. Got Facebook user saying Halloween. Michelle's at Halloween. Christmas. What do you think? This or that? This or that? This or that? This or that? What do you think? Love dressing up. Very cool. Tracy Schultz says Christmas-Ween. What in the heck is that? You're killing me. Thanksgiving. Love Christmas. Somebody's always got to choose the other one. So I'm saying Christmas. Christmas is what we're going with because folks chose Christmas. All right. The moment you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. What realtor see? Now, I will, right in front of my face, really?
What's Cassie?
I will confess this week, most of these are from internet pictures. Most times, 9 times out of 10, it's stuff that I've seen myself. I just thought some of these were crazy. So your job is to caption in the chat with your best, funniest, weirdest, craziest caption. And the winner has a chance to win millions of dollars on a scratch-off ticket, courtesy of Talkin Real Estate and the Bergeron team. Are you ready? Here we go. What realtor see? Number 1. Little fall theme for you, Shelley. Little fall theme for me. Make it bigger. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. What realtor scene number one? Put your answer in the chat. In the chat, in the chat, in the chat. Put your answer in the chat. Caption that one, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Dalmich, Thanksgiving was not a choice because some people are outliers. Shaq seating. That's good. Autumn overload. I like that one. You must be a university girl. I'm telling you what. Someone threw up Halloween. Oh, that's rough. What realtor C? What realtor C number one, ladies and gentlemen? Too much hard cider on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Roper was here.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty
I
good.
loved her.
You did not love her. She's
was
terrible.
cute.
She was like, no, she was Stanley. Was his name Stanley? Yeah, it was Stanley. Even the dog is petrified in that room. Oh, Shaggy's hangout. Very nice. That's how you escalate. House fight. Jesus, this is good. Pumpkin juice, pumpkin juice, pumpkin juice. All right, guys, you got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Your job is to caption it. Our job is to laugh so hard that we cry. Oh, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Miss. Here we go. And the winner is Shaggy's Hangout. I can just hear Scooby. Doink, doink. All right, number two. What realtor C? Number two. What realtor C? Looks like you got the hang of it, folks. Go crazy. Do all the goofy stuff. Let's see what we got here.
Hi, Linda.
Number two. Number two. So it may not be as exciting as the first one, but it's still definitely a lot going on. Definitely a lot going on. Here we go. Number two of What Realtor See. I want you to notice all the apparatuses that are available to you in this room.
And the one, is that a stove?
Yeah. What Realtor See number two. Your job is to caption it. Our job is to laugh so hard that we cry and give you a chance at winning millions of dollars on a scratch-off ticket, courtesy of Talkin Real Estate and the Bergeron team. Go ahead. There is picture number two.
That could be
What Realtor See? That's a lot going
giant
on.
bidet.
Yeah, I guess. Wow, that would be messy though. Messy, 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 messy. People are just, their minds are boggled. They don't know what to say. They just look at it like, what the hell's going on there? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a shit
Yeah.
box. Yeah, it sure is. It sure
It's
is.
a one and done. Yes.
Shit, that's a good one. Dumping a fishbowl. Ooh, yeah.
I like that. That one.
Which one?
This one.
This one here?
This one.
Oh. Let's see what we got. I heard of private bathrooms, but that's ridiculous.
I think it is a stove.
It is. For use as a late night Taco Bell runs.
Ooh.
Shower fit for a king on his throne. Yes, on his throne. That's true. I need more information. Yeah, that is a stove. I'm pretty sure that's a stove. Super pooper room. Oh, yeah. Gas chamber. Definitely gas chamber. I think it's a blower up on top. I think that's what that is. I don't know.
Or is it the hot water tank?
I have no idea. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. It's a tough one. That's a tough one. Lurch's bathroom. Guys, got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Like I said, I told you, small ass bathroom, big ass water slide. I can't. I think it's either air conditioning unit, a water tank, something. I don't know. It's a good. Oh, we already heard that one, Steve. We already heard that one. Got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Also, studio one Murphy bet out of 2, 1, and 0. And we're going to go with first person that said it, though.
It's
Shit, shower, and shave all in the same room, and cook and stove. So shit, shower, shave, stove, I should say.
Kathy Cordy.
Kathy Cordy in the house with that one. All right. What realtor seed number 3? Last one, guys. Last one. Let me find it here. This one's a little different too.
I like that one though.
I don't know if it's staged like this or not. Let's see. Here it is. Number 3. What realtor seed number 3? What realtor seed number 3? I'll make it a little bigger for you. What realtor seed number 3? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? You walk into a room and you see that. You walk into a bedroom and you see that right there. Put your answer, your best caption. Nobody puts bear in the corner.
Yeah.
Nobody puts bear in the corner. Looks like somebody put baby in the corner. Yep. Watch out for that bear. Scare Bear Blue Room. Nobody puts bear in the corner. Nobody. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? What realtor seed number 3? Don't tell anyone I'm here. These nuts said, oh, hell no. Oh, Trace, I was getting crap from Shelly because one of my Gus Macker basketball teams back in the day was Fat Nizuts.
You just told the whole world that.
That's okay. It's all right. I'm sure my mom knows what that was. Help my ass is stuck. Peekaboo, I see you. Guys, got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is... Help, my ass is stuck. Steve Kreitz, you are the winner of What Realtor See number 3. The winner of What Realtor See number 3. Guys, as always, we have the after show where the lovely Shelly tells the whole world all my secrets and all the bad things that I do all the time. So if you want to be part of that, you got to go and join Talking Real Estate, the Facebook group. Okay, we've got about 1,000 members now. We're approaching 1,000 members, yeah?
9.
And we try to do fun things like we had the show, the live audience show last week at Eric Sloan's Backyard Oasis. Those that came, it was great. We'll try to do more of that kind of stuff. You got to see me dive in a pool in a fully clothed.
Dive or cannonball?
Cannonball. Well,
Okay.
cannonball. Yes, cannonball. So, but to do that, you got to join Talking Real Estate, the Facebook group. So make sure you check that link, click it, and become part of our community because we definitely love sharing good information with you. Now, on the after show, I'm sure that, yes, Shelly will tell all kinds of secrets about our life. So if you want to check out the after show, it's in Talking Real Estate, the Facebook group. That's where we'll be in a couple of minutes. It's a little bit afterward. And then we're going to head over to Sam Sahara Restaurant on Michigan Avenue because the guy makes the best dang fattoush with beef shawarma today, girl. Yeah, I'm getting beef shawarma today.
Debone chicken.
You're
Sorry.
killing me with the debone chicken. She's always trying to push the chicken on me, you guys. I'm Scott,
I'm Shelly.
and we're definitely talking real estate. See ya.